All I did was almost exactly copy the Subaru settings onto the GR Yaris. And these are the settings, and of course the car has to be driven with ABS off, sports discs, normal pads, and a brake bias set to 5 in the rear. And the only difference on the suspension that's different from the Subaru is that this does not go to 1.3 on the front spring, natural frequency. Everything else is the same. Also, the torque distribution is necessary. Having no torque vectoring, center differential, makes the car understeer on throttle with too much throttle. And having the torque vectoring at 60/40, it actually oversteers on throttle and carries the slide through the corner better because it's not an open center differential. I'm not going to get into detail about what the settings do. I'm just doing a demonstration drive. Showing that ABS has to be off to achieve this rotation, the slide on the entry. A rotation like that requires, again, the ABS to be off, and these particular spring and anti-roll settings, as well as differential settings. There's that rotation, a little too much rotation. Out in the dirt a little bit. I'm not trying to drive the car quick, I'm just trying to demonstrate that the car rotates on the brakes. I wouldn't actually tune the car this way, personally, if I wanted to tune this car. I would rather have a stiff anti-roll bar in the rear and have more rearward brake bias. The only reason why I'm tuning the car this way is to get the oversteer on the brakes when the brake bias does not go back far enough. Here's a slow demonstration lap. Let's see if I can get this car to rotate again on the brakes. There it is. And I have another setting with ABS on. So that is this one. All I did was change the anti-roll in the rear to maximum stiffness, and the rest is the same. And I have to make sure I turn on the ABS. Set to weak. So it just understeers on the brakes. The rear anti-roll stiffness helps the car rotate. There's some rotation on the brakes. You have to trail brake very lightly to get it to rotate. Otherwise the ABS is too intrusive and stops the car from rotating. Let's see if I can get it to rotate here. Understeer, light trail brake is rotating. Rotating on the brakes, there it goes. Nice rotation on throttle. Rotation on the brakes there. Light trail braking. Understeer on the brakes. more understeer. And another slow demonstration lap. And just to reiterate, cars with similar performance, so compared to the Subaru and this car, it's four-wheel drive. The Subaru's four-wheel drive, the GR Yaris is four-wheel drive, or all-wheel drive. The weight distribution on the Subaru is 60-40 front weight distribution, and the GR Yaris is very close at 59-41 front weight distribution. So they perform very similarly, although this is a little bit lighter. I can use almost exactly the same settings and the car performs very closely to the same. And that's about it. Till the next one.